So we're here. We have God of War 3 playing in the back, and we are so happy to be joined by Stig Asmussen. You are the game director for God of War 3. That was quite a demo you just showed us.
Thanks, guys. It's amazing to be here.
It's so good to have you here. I'm glad that we're getting to see a little bit of what we saw inside, and hopefully, I mean, you guys said there's like 15 to 20 minutes past that point in this demo.
Yeah, absolutely. If you were to actually, the guy who's playing it right now, our design director Todd, he's a pro, so he can get through this whole thing really quick. But the average gamer from our playtest is about 30-35 minutes.
Awesome. Now I'm curious, what's some of the context? Looks like that's a Titan that's in the background that's kind of menacing all the battles that are happening. What's happening with Kratos right here?
Well, the idea is this takes place. It's an actual slice of the game. We're about at least a couple hours into the game, and this is a 30-minute chunk pulled directly from the game. And the idea is that the great war between the gods and the Titans is in full swing here. So what's happening, like kind of in the backdrop, is the sun god Helios is fighting Perseus, the Titan of destruction. And the idea here is that we're kind of selling that this war is always ongoing. And Kratos does, we will see later on, he does kind of interact with it here. It's not up close and personal like in some of the areas that we have in the game, but we're selling the point that this war is always ongoing.
Now, obviously, this game is amazing looking compared to what we saw.
Yes, graphically, we get it immediately. You get that it's far more visceral than any God of War we've seen. But what are we seeing gameplay-wise, aside from the entrails spraying everywhere and the blood getting on Kratos? Gameplay-wise, what's new in God of War 3 that we're seeing in this demo?
Well, we have one of our new weapons, which is the Cestus, which are these heavy iron gauntlets that you can just kind of like pummel people with. It's akin to like kind of a boxing stance.
And instantly switch to them, right? No going back out to a menu to select an item.
Nope. You switch on the fly. You press right on the D-pad for the Cestus, down for the blades. It's that simple. We've got the fire bow, which you can fire a single shot with it. You can charge up the shot, light enemies on fire. If they hit another enemy, those enemies light on fire as well.
Wow.
We've got rideable creatures. We'll see some of those later on.
And rideable levels, too, right? I mean, your entire set piece is taking place.
Not in this demo.
Not in the demo, but in the game.
But you guys have spoken that the Titans themselves become this kind of level.
Exactly. And that's something that, you know, it's kind of our technology is built around these Titans right now. So, you know, we're working hard on that stuff, but we're not going to be releasing any of it anytime soon.
Right. Understandable. Also, one thing you talked about is that there's smaller visual details that maybe like the average viewer isn't picking up in terms of just the muscle structure.
I saw that. I'm sorry, I saw that tail get chopped off. I didn't catch that.
Well, yeah, we take a lot of pride in the gore that we have in the game, and we feel like it's really kind of rooted in Kratos' character. One thing that you should notice, though, it's something that we just got in recently, is battle blood. As there's more violence going on the screen, there's more blood, Kratos actually gets bloodier. So if you pay attention, during this demo, you'll see spots where he actually gets covered in blood.
Yeah, I'm curious. Do you have a guy that sits around going, "Okay, here are 5 awesome ways that we're going to take out the enemies. We're going to stab them in the eye." I mean, is we don't have dude or all of you?
We don't have a guy that does that. We have a whole team.
A whole team.
So you're all demented, is what you're kind of saying.
I mean, that's to each his own.
Stig, if you just hold on one second as you guys keep on playing the game. I think we do have a guest who's going to be joining us.
We let some of the fans on stage to enjoy the game as well. So
yeah. Jack, if you don't mind.
Jack
Maybe
Tretton
the two of you know each other. Jack Tretton, everybody.
Thank you.
Tretton.
Jack, welcome to the stage.
I don't want to get in the way of the shot, but congratulations.
And Stig, if you could share the mic with Jack, that'd be fantastic. Jack, are you familiar with God of War 3? I don't know if you've seen this title here.
I've seen it. I've seen it. I've heard that some people might be interested in it. We might sell a few copies.
What a way to end the conference. I mean, you had so much to show off there. At what point did you decide this was the one you were going to go out on?
Well, I mean, we have such a passionate audience, and the reaction from the crowd really fuels you. But, you know, God of War 3 was just jaw-dropping. I mean, you know, you don't even need to introduce it. Just get out of the way.
Yeah. It is a game that speaks for itself, although Stig is an excellent advocate.
You do a good job of speaking for it.
While we still play with the game, Jack, if you don't mind, I am going to ask you one question about what I think was a jaw-dropping revelation for both Kevin and
Hannah Montana, PSP. Yes. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
I get one now. But no, the motion control.
Yes.
What is kind of the overarching theme of what you're trying to accomplish with what obviously Microsoft introduced yesterday and Nintendo's been playing around with for the past couple of years?
Well, I mean, we've looked at off-the-shelf technologies. There's certainly a lot of people that have been going after it. I think at Sony, we're not interested in being first, although that's nice. We're interested in being best and really having technology that translates into a gaming experience for gamers and not a toy that, quite frankly, you're going to enjoy in the nursing home, something that people that watch G4 are going to get excited about.
Yes. Now precision seemed to be the key to
Absolutely.
this one. Am I right in seeing it that way?
No question about it. And I think that's one of the reasons why we really felt like you needed to have a controller, because there's no way that you can really simulate a good shooting experience without a controller. And again, that was the key, to make sure that ultimately somebody who's a God of War fan might be interested in using our motion gaming
And spring of next year, truly?
That's the goal. That's the goal. And I think the technology's there. We just need to put the tools in the developers' hands and turn them loose.
Absolutely.
And our first-party guys are way ahead of the game.
All right. Well, I think both of us are excited for this.
Yeah, I want to get briefly back to God of War 3 if we can. Stick. What have we? I mean, we're now past the demo that we saw inside. Where are we now in this gameplay?
So Todd just did the rideable harpy sequence. So Kratos basically was able to take full control of our harpies and jump from harpy to harpy. Now we're in kind of a, we bring the violence down a bit per second, so he can grab one of these enemies and start.
Well, Stig,
I like you bring the violence down for a second, and there's a shower of blood and bodies everywhere. Nice.
Well, you know what? We're going to
all
have to
about
go. But Stig, thank you so much. Congratulations on the game. Jack, once again,
Thank you guys so much for coming on stage.
All
Really
right.
appreciate it.